So let's look at some Instagram ad best practices. Best to have a look at these before you rush off and create them, because you don't want to be creating stuff that isn't going to resonate with your audience and wasting your money. So let's take a look. As you'll know by now from the course, Instagram is a place where people go to discover and become inspired by the images they see. So the best practices for ads reflect much of what you've learned already about content marketing on Instagram. You want to make the ads seamless to the app's experience, not disruptive. To break it down, it's recommended that you focus your Instagram ad campaigns around 3 objectives, keeping them on brand, concept-driven, and well-crafted. So let's take a look at each of these individually. On brand, like organic Instagram content, your ads should be creative and show your brand's personality. Find unique ways to incorporate your brand's logo, icon, or color, but stay consistent with your style between organic and paid content to drive familiarity. So if we look at this McDonald's ad, obviously they're trying to communicate the cool element of their brand with this sunglasses at night shot, with a subtle and creative way to show off the product. Now, concept driven. When planning your Instagram ad, it's best to know what you want to make your audience think and feel, and what your core message will be, especially if your campaign is going to be spread across multiple shots, or in a carousel ad, or over a particular period of time. So here are some ideas that you can apply to concept-driven advertising. First of all, tell a story. So take a series of images that tell a story about your brand and share them over a period of time. And you can see this has been done here by Fido Mobile. We've got a little story about a man who is finding extraordinary things in ordinary moments, taking a photo of a cloud that he spots, which just happens to be the logo of Fido Mobile. 3 different shots with 3 different angles of the story. You can also try a specific visual treatment. So you can use different filters and color schemes to create a visual mood with your images. Something that reflects the mood of the ad or the colors of your brand. And you could even use a series of different filters to show a change in mood. So for Pencils of Promise here, we've got some warm and welcoming tones that reflect the environment where the charity works, and also the warmth of the people photographed in the campaign. And you also might want to develop a theme. So that's to create a series of unique images that all share a common theme. For example, different events from a single day, or an object like your product in a variety of settings. So in this example from CNA Brazil, we've got different shots of their clothes and these impossibly beautiful people while they're enjoying the day out in the city. There you go, just some ideas about ways that you can use story and themes to build a foundation for your ad campaigns on Instagram. And lastly, and perhaps this is the most important point, is to keep your ads well crafted. And this is all the basic stuff that you've probably picked up from earlier on in the course. You know, with a bit of practice, anybody can create compelling images for Instagram, whether they're ads or not. But here are some ad specific tips. You need to have a strong focal point. So avoid making your images too complex or busy. Instead, focus on 1 or 2 places where you want to draw people's eyes. As a best practice, one focal point should include a brand logo or another brand element that's recognizable to your audience. So in this other example from Ben & Jerry's, obviously we've got this person relaxing with the ice cream, but our eyes with the work of the spoon are drawn to the product. Very nicely done. Some more basics, framing and balance. Of course, you want to straighten out the images to make them look clean, and consider symmetry, the rule of thirds, and other composition basics. In this example from Queensland Tourism, nice clean image, nice split into thirds, and our eyes are drawn towards the sea and into the photograph with the help of these footsteps. And of course, lighting and detail are all important. Always use high resolution, clear images. Pixelated images and those with bad lighting or other flaws will not perform as well on Instagram as ads. This example from Banana Republic is very nicely shot. You can just imagine how this might perform in comparison to a similar example with poor lighting or a really busy and complicated background. Sometimes keeping it simple is the best way to go. So there we are, an introduction and some information on the basics to advertising on Instagram. As I say, a lot of the concepts that we've covered earlier on in the course will really stand you in good stead to creating effective ads on Instagram. And as always, with these kinds of things, it's a case of starting small, doing lots of testing between different types of images and videos, targeting different groups of people at different times, using different calls to action, lots and lots of experimentation to see what works best for you, and then doubling down on campaigns that seem to be doing well. Always keep a keen eye on the comments and likes you receive in your reporting, and use these as a baseline and foundation for future campaigns.